Hello and welcome. I'm back from a car boot sale, so I'm here to show you the haul. You can do the usual guessing along, either at the total cost of everything I bought or at how much things were. So in no particular order. I was with my dad and he wanted some corn on the cob. So he bought 3 corn on the cobs for £2, which I ended up paying for, so that's fine. And then he also bought Open All Hours DVD set, which was £1. So we're not going to include, I'm just going to include the corn on that total cost, but technically it wasn't mine. Then I got my mum this pretty hematite necklace, and she likes it and she wore it and it's the right length and everything, and that was 50p. 50p for a hematite necklace, bargain. And then also on another store, hold on, I've got tangled up here. Now she currently hangs her necklaces on some sort of, I don't know, plastic hanger, so this was ideal. So £1, she wanted £2 for this, which I thought was, yeah. Anyway, managed to get it down to £1. So that's for my mum as well, to go with her necklace. Then I spotted this balloon pump, and I know that these cost quite a bit new, and they're quite handy if you've got events or things that you do, or if you're blowing up a few balloons at a time. The chap wanted £1 for it, and I just checked it was all there, and it's got the other nozzles and everything. £1 for a balloon pump, absolute bargain. Then I've actually got one of these already, and I find it really handy to put my craft tools and bits and pieces in, and because I do craft workshops, I thought it might be handy to have one for on the go. Actually, look, it matches my desk really nicely. I might have to use it for my budgeting. 50p that was, 50p. Then, do you remember I told you about that big glittery duck that I've got for my friend? Well, I found a bath bomb for 50p and it says happy birthday, so I was like, that's perfect to go with my glittery duck for her birthday next year. Got my son a cube, and I'm not sure if he's got one like this already, I couldn't remember, but it's 50p, so I thought he could add it to his collection if he wanted a Sudoku Rubik's Cube. And then, again, this bag was only 50p, and I thought it could do with probably a wash, but the fact it's got separate pockets, this would be a really handy kind of, just a really handy bag. I was desperately trying to resist the bags. It's like a great car boot bag if you want to just separate your bits and pieces, or just a general handbag. 50p, couldn't resist, so, so bought that. Then there's a bag of chalk. Now it'd be a bit rustly, so you might want to turn your volume down. Bag of chalk. I was expecting her to say about £1 for this, but she said 50p for the whole lot, for the whole bag of chalks. Now at school the kids go through chalk like water, when they end up drawing on the playground and stuff, so this is an absolute bargain for the school, so I'm really, really pleased about that. 50p for the whole bag of chalks. Can you see a theme going on? A lot of things were 50p. This too was 50p. These are just stitch markers. I'll probably get some, I put some on my birthday wish list on Amazon, some pretty ones, but you know, stitch markers are just great to have in different project bags. So 50p, I thought that's great. You don't need like hundreds and hundreds, but some is better than none. So yeah, bargain. Then I spotted this cap, Deadpool cap. It feels kind of like a leathery effect. They wanted £2 for it, but I managed to get it for £1.50, which I thought was a very, very decent price. So £1.50 for that. And then last but by no means least was this. Now this was amongst some shoes that said 50p for the shoes, and it's Emma Bridgewater, and so I said to her, oh, is this 50p as well? Yes, it is covered in a bit of dog hair and could probably go through the wash. She said, oh no, that's not 50p, it's just the shoes. I was thinking she might say £1 or something, but she said, oh, 10p. I was like, yes, I'll take that for 10p, and I'll give that to my sister. It's actually a big birthday for her next year, so I might save it for that and maybe put a few bits and pieces inside. Like I said, could do with a little bit, looks like it's got glue and a few dog hairs, but nothing that we can't fix. So all in all, a good haul, a very cheap haul, very random haul, and if you want to guess in the comments below before I tell you how much it all came to, including the corn on the cob, It comes to a grand total of £10 and 10 pence. So I use a lot of my change up, but that's fine because I've still got some change. And yeah, very pleased with what I've been able to buy. I've just realised I've actually missed off a couple of things, so including these. So this is, again, 50p. Just a zip-up hoodie for my son. It's just a Sainsbury's one. It looks in fairly good nick. And then I also got a Salt Rock jumper. They wanted £2 for this, but I managed to get it for £1.50. So including these things, that came to a total of £10, 10p. So yes, there we go. Thank you. Also I've captured a few things that I saw at the car boot of interest as well, so if you want to stick around to watch that, you can. Thanks again for watching. Take care. Catch you soon. Bye.